Jesus wept. Those two words are the shortest verse in the Bible, yet they carry so much human emotion. Jesus wept. When Lazarus died, everyone around him was suffering, weeping, and mourning, especially his two sisters. But the fact that Jesus wept meant that he had empathy for them. He felt what they were feeling in that moment when Lazarus died. He had compassion on them. Every 10 seconds, a child around the world dies from a hunger-related disease. And around the world, 815 million people are malnourished. And even here in America, more than 3.3 million people suffer from persistent depression disorder. All of these people are in need of our compassion. The question often arises, what is compassion? A lot of us have empathy. We understand the things that our fellow human is going through, our brothers and sisters. But empathy is only the ability to feel and understand what someone is going through. Compassion goes beyond that. Compassion challenges us to act upon our desire to help the people who are suffering, to look on our brothers and sisters and see the burdens that they're carrying, and instead of wanting to help them, to actually take the action to help them. I was driving home from Newton, New Jersey, and I'm driving down the road and I see a man walking. I thought to myself, if I was walking, how much would I hate this? Because if it's snowing, you're cold, but if it's raining and your clothes are getting wet and it's cold enough to be snowing, then that's a whole new level. So I saw him walking and I decided to pull over and ask him where he was headed. And he told me that he was headed to basically the town where I live. So I told him he could hop in and I'd give him a ride. And, as he got in the car, I looked at him because he's a hitchhiker, and I told him, hey, if you try anything, I'm going to total the car with both of us in it. So he said, I won't try anything, and we continued on our way. And he told me his story about how he had recently lost his job, and he had walked to the town where I picked him up because he was heading to court, so that hopefully he'd be able to get a new job. 1 John 4:19 says, we love because he first loved us. One act of compassion can inspire another, and God has already activated compassion within us, so it's our turn now to activate compassion in somebody else. God is calling us to stand with the poor and powerless. He is calling us to stand with those whose dignities have been denied. God is calling us to stand with those whose burdens are more than they can bear. God is calling us to be compassionate.
Not move. Say cut.
Cut.